of you are like me, your kid gets overwhelmed or overstimulated or has a meltdown from time to time. So we just want to go for some techniques to help with these meltdowns when they get overstimulated. And so some of the things that we do in our family and that I do with my son is, the first one I like to do is a breathing technique. And there's different breathing techniques out there, but the one that we like is one that's a visual. So it's one where you smell the flower and blow out the candle. And I'm actually gonna bring in my son, Leo. Leo, come over here. And we're gonna just show you a little bit. Can you smell the flower and blow out the candle? One more time, smell the flower and blow out the candle. Yeah, excellent, excellent. So that's one of the techniques that we use. Another one that we have is that he likes to wear an Oreo necklace because he has some auto sensory stimulation, so he likes to bite on things. So the Oreo necklace really helps with that. And a lot of people do wonder what it is, and they might come over and touch it, so you need to kind of forewarn people. But he has this Oreo necklace. You want to show them and bite on it? And this really helps with those autosensory stimulations. Awesome, Leo. Thank you so much for sharing that. And then another thing is, for my son, the noise does bother him. And so one of the things that helps is like when we're at theme parks or concerts, especially like Disneyland or Universal Studios, or when we're at a movie theater, he does like to use the noise canceling headphones. And those really help at stores when the noise is just too much for him. Or restaurants, he likes to use them in restaurants too sometimes. And I know Anita mentioned this as well, but a lot of people like to use like the weighted blankets. And sometimes Leo will use a weighted blanket to kind of help, or bringing his favorite plushie like Bluey or Bingo. And another thing that helps is a lot of people use like essential oils like lavender. It's like a personal preference with the essential oils, but there's different like oils that can be very calming, and some people like to use those as well, especially when they're going to sleep or just feel like really stimulated. So those are just some things that we use to help with any ways to have your kid be calm in those times of stress.
Hi, my name is Anita, and I have a son on the spectrum. He's 5 years old. I just wanted to talk to you guys about some ways that I calm him down when he has tantrums or he's having a frustrating day. For example, the other day I picked him up from school and he wanted to get the Star Chicken Nuggets, and he kept saying that he wants to go get that. But I didn't want him to get that day, so I told him we're just gonna eat at home and then we'll have that next time. But he just started to have a big tantrum and just really wanted to get out of the car, he wanted to get out of his car seat. He started screaming and yelling that he wants that, and he kept saying go back, go back, go back, and getting really frustrated. So we finally got home and parked, and he was still in the car. He said, I'm not coming out, I'm just gonna he was just screaming and everyone could hear him from the car. And then finally I let him, so what I did was I gave him two options, which wasn't the Star Chicken Nugget. It was, I asked him if he wants to go for a walk or if he wants to go inside the house, and he chose the walk, but with me holding him. And that did calm him down. He came home and I let him watch TV, and he did calm down. And I also tell him to take big deep breaths, and he does that sometimes if he wants to, but it does help him. I wanted to share that story because I know it's very difficult to have, when they have their mind on something, he's not gonna be okay with just me saying no to him. With a lot of things like daily, he becomes like very frustrated about. But I also have him use his weighted blanket at home if he's being frustrated or he's like tired. Sometimes I just let him lay down and use his weighted blanket. I let him breathe. I let him. I will let him read a book and just relax so you can calm down. Please join our channel, me and Michelle's channel, Living and Loving the Spectrum, and we'll see you next time.